Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Brain Boost Kid and I will talk about inflation after the COVID-19 pandemic. So, the introductory. After the COVID-19 pandemic, many countries faced inflation, meaning the prices for goods and resources arose faster than it should have been. This happened through many reasons, including economic policies, global events, and the demand for resources becoming larger. Firstly, during the pandemic, many factories shut down as businesses were malfunctioning and they couldn't get much sales. As a result of the factories shutting down, it caused shortages of key goods like electronics, foods, and fuel. Shipping delays made it harder to move objects and transport them, while microchip shortages increased the price of cars, phones, and technology as a whole. So, some effects about inflation I'm going to talk about. The demand for travel, entertainment, housing, and cars surged as people wanted to migrate towards areas with fewer cases of the pandemic, making prices skyrocket globally. Many workers quit jobs or wanted higher income and wages to cope with the pandemic and survive. During this time, oil production slowed down significantly, but demand jumped quickly after, as oil is a valuable commodity used in cooking and daily lifestyle. So, now some causes of the pandemic. One of the major events that caused some of this is the Russian and Ukraine war of 2022, as it disrupted global food and energy supply for most households. People had to go to work to earn income in order to survive, buy food, water, and electricity, which made gasoline prices rise extremely high to travel around the country or city. Here's some more information. So, everyday items like food, rent, gas, and electronics became more expensive, which was caused due to the demand being larger than the production of the item. Wages didn't increase as fast as how inflation was increasing, which made it harder for people to purchase essential items and survive. Poverty percentage also increased during this time significantly. Countries struggled to cope with the increase of debt, slower growth, and economic issues, which impacted them negatively. So, countries fighting against inflation. Some movements that reduced inflation slightly. Although inflation increased, countries and central banks are working to control inflation, even to this day. Central banks like the US Federal Reserve and European Central Bank raised interest rates that made loans and mortgages expensive, which slowed economic growth but lowered inflation as a bonus. The government in many countries also encouraged production of manufactured goods in order to deal with the situation. So, a total summary to wrap up what I've said. Overall, the inflation after COVID-19 was caused due to the lack of production of daily necessities and commodities like oil, food, and gasoline, while the demand for it was increasing or strengthening. Countries struggled to cope with this unexpected change, and especially those with weaker currencies. Central banks had to raise interest rates, slowing economic growth but reduced inflation. Investors reacted to inflation fears, which caused market volatility. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. Thank you all for listening. Make sure to like and subscribe as it would help out a lot. And by me, Brain Boost Kid. See you tomorrow.